talk about sourcing and outsourcing. So sourcing from different places keeps us logisticians in a job. Stuff needs to move from A to B. Now, many companies outsource their non-core activities. So think of third-party manufacturing or co-packing or even invoice auditing, even HR or IT or procurement functions, right? And especially in logistics, we outsource things to carriers and freight forwarders and trucking companies, etc. So what about sourcing and outsourcing in your personal life? Well, most of the time, when we want something, when we desire something, when we start being a bit courageous and then set ourselves maybe a goal, we don't know where we're going to source what we need. We don't know where the resources, the money, the time, the people are going to come from. So then what happens is, because we don't know where we're going to source these things from to achieve our goal, we give up on it. But the thing is that the goal is new. The desire that you have is something new. So of course, you're not going to know how to do it. And you're not going to know where the help is going to come from at this moment in time. It's like when you start a new job. You know you can do it, but you don't know exactly how you're going to do everything, but you're going to learn. Or maybe learning to ride your bike. You have no clue. If you think back to when you were little and you were learning to ride your bike, you had no clue how to do that, right? But you knew you were going to learn. So really important to set that goal, to keep with your goal, to keep expressing your desires. And once you have decided, and it's a committed decision, everything you need will come to you. Because the thing is, when you start giving some serious consideration to your goal and to what you want, and you keep thinking about it, then ideas will start to pop up into your mind as to where to get the resources from. Right? You'll think of ways to find the people, the money, the time, everything you need for it. But unless and until you start really entertaining that idea, that new idea, other ideas can't come up about it. So absolutely stick with your goal. So now let's talk about outsourcing. So, companies outsource mostly their non-core competencies, right? And if they're not, then really there should be. So what about you? Now, we're taught really from a very early age to improve on what we're not so good at. Report card syndrome, right? You come home from school and you might have, 10 subjects at school, 8 of them you do great in, and 2 of them not so good. And the focus is on the 2 that you didn't do so good. Okay, but that is really going about it the wrong way. What we should do is we should develop what we're good at and then manage our weaknesses. When you're good at something, it's most likely that it's something that you enjoy doing. So when you develop what you're already good at, you're going to be feeling great and you're going to become excellent at it. When you're not so good at something, most likely you don't enjoy it very much. And if you develop what you're not so good at, well, you're not going to feel so good. And also, the best you're going to be is mediocre, right? So develop your strengths, become excellent, and manage or delegate your weaknesses. So make sure that managing and delegating requires minimum effort from you. Outsource it basically to the experts. And the thing is, the experts will do a way better job in a way quicker time than you could ever do it, right? Now, here's something else to think about. I want you to work out how much you are earning per hour on average. That's your earning potential. It can be way more, but that's a whole different topic. So how much are you earning on average an hour at the moment? Then anything that needs to be done that can be done for less than that, outsource it. Right? So think about, cleaning your house, doing the garden, painting and decorating, odd jobs, DIY, ironing. Anything that can be done for less money than you earn per hour, outsource it. Unless, of course, you love doing it. So there are some people who love, fly on my camera. There's some people who love gardening. So do the gardening if you love it. But if it's something that you're not really good at and you don't really enjoy, outsource it. And the thing is that when you outsource those things, again, the expert will do away in way quicker time. But you're also keeping somebody else in a job, right? Which means that they can pay their bills and maybe go on holiday and do a few nice things. Anyway, that's it for today. So next week, we're going to talk about Christmas is coming and what about New Year? So I'm looking forward to that one. It'll be a good one. In the meantime, enjoy your lunch. Bon appetit and eet smakelijk. See you next week.